What's going on, everyone? In today's episode, we're going to be continuing our seed saving series here on the MIgardener channel. We've been doing for the past 4 or 5 years seed saving videos, and we've never done one on sunflowers. And so in today's episode, I'm going to show you just how simple it is to save sunflower seeds. Let's go. So when it comes to saving sunflower seeds, a lot of people think it's just as simple as letting the sunflower die until the seeds are dry. And you'd be partially correct, but what you'll probably find out is that if you do that, they often look like this. So the problem with just letting a sunflower dry in the plant like this is that, yeah, you're gonna get some seeds, but unfortunately, many of the seeds are gonna become animal food. As you can see, once these seeds actually dry, the seeds are fully formed, and then they're basically animal food for birds, mice, raccoons, even deer will come in here and eat all these seeds. And so you've got here some viable seeds, but unfortunately, a lot of the seeds that are left by animals are the interior, which are a lot more higher moisture content. They might not be fully formed. They're gonna have a much lower viability or germination rate. And so you're left with just a small scattering of seeds on the outside, which you might be fine with, but there's a far better way to save seeds where you're gonna get almost 100% success rate and you're not gonna be feeding the wildlife. So a sunflower goes through many different phases of its development. The first is the blooming phase. Obviously, that's where it's got the whole sunflower. It's nice and full. It's got beautiful yellow pseudopetals. Believe it or not, a sunflower is not a flower. It's actually a grouping of hundreds of flowers. The petals on the outside of a sunflower are known as pseudopetals. That means fake petals. It more or less is just a calling card for insects. The actual petals, believe it or not, are these little yellow things in here that then go actually into an individual seed, which is really awesome. And a lot of people don't probably know that. But for all intents and purposes, it's still a flower, but biologically, it's kind of a fake flower, which is super cool. But those petals will eventually drop off once they are fully pollinated. And when they start to drop off, the flower goes through what's called colorization, or the stem will essentially start to harden itself off. And so you'll go through what's called the greening phase, which is where there's lots of water and nutrients feeding that flower. And then you go through a yellowing phase, which is actually the ripening process of the head of a sunflower. And you'll notice right now, this plant looks it just looks really sad. But that's because most of this plant is in the yellowing phase. And in the yellowing phase, water stops flowing to the sunflower because the seeds are actually starting to dry. And if water kept flowing, the moisture content of the seeds would be high and the risk of mold and rot would also be high. And so water stops flowing, and eventually that's what causes the plant to literally just turn the whole stem brown. And so that's the final phase. You have the greening phase, you have the yellowing phase, and then you have the browning phase. And what you want to do is you want to clip your sunflowers before they hit the browning phase, because at the browning phase, this is what happens. So the sunflower is yellow, reduces water, the stem turns limp, and it crimps. And the reason why it crimps, some biologists say, is because when it crimps, it becomes easier for animals. When it's up, it's easier for pollinators. When it's down, it's easier for animals. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. I'm not a sunflower, I don't know. But all I know is that when it's in the yellowing phase, the stem starts to hollow and it starts to turn limp and fall. And you want to harvest your sunflowers at the phase just before they start to brown. You'll notice it's very yellow, really, really yellow. And that yellowing is what tells us that the seeds inside are at least ripe and fully mature. At that point, that's when we can take it indoors. So once you have your sunflowers ready to take inside, I want to show you guys a quick little tip here to not bring a whole lot of critters inside, because I'll tell you what, these sunflowers harbor a lot of critters, from things like ants to beetles to earwigs to even spiders. So the first thing we want to do is just take off all these leaves, because they're not really necessary anyways. Take off any leaves, might as well shorten the stem up while you're at it. And then you want to take off some of these back leaves, these back petals here, these little pseudo petals, because they're almost kind of like an artichoke, where if you've seen leaves on an artichoke, those outer little petals on the artichoke, they're hollow and they kind of have a little cavity where things like earwigs and other nasties can hide. And there's about 3 layers of them on most sunflowers. Some have more, some have less, but there's about 2 or 3 layers. and you just want to peel it off. You could peel them all off if you want, but I typically find most of those nasty critters hide in the first like 1 or 2 layers surrounding the flower. I peel all those off because they're not going to really, the flower is already dead, and so they really don't provide any benefit to us. And so I'll peel most of those off, just reducing any home for any insects. And then the final thing that I'll do is, it's usually good to give it a little shake. I find sometimes earwigs, because they're kind of the last insect to be discovered, they're usually tucked in around the edge. I'll give it a little shake or a tap or a thud on something. That kind of helps to knock loose any other insects like ants and earwigs that are kind of adventuring around in the actual face of the flower. A lot of the other spiders and stuff, little creepy crawlies, they're usually on the leaves or those back petals there. So just give it a good thud, give it a good little shake, and that gets rid of a lot of insects that you just don't want in your house. So once you bring your sunflowers inside and they have a chance to dry, this is what they're gonna look like after roughly about 2 weeks or so. They are very, very dry, and every time I tap it, sunflower seeds drop out. They're ready to drop. And what's awesome is the fact that you'll notice there's no pest damage, completely clean. And all we had to do was basically just take our finger and just kind of shuck off those old flower petals. The flower petals, they don't do anything once the seed has been fully formed underneath and it's been fully pollinated. So once you bring the head inside, take off all those outer leaves and everything else that kind of holds pests and bugs, they can just dry. And a lot of people, we actually did a video how the Amish will actually hang them in their barn. They'll basically cut a long stem, they'll tie them up with twine in bundles of like 3 or 4, hang them from their rafters, and then they dry them in large bundles like that. But you don't have to do that. It's just a method of saving them one other way. And then basically it's as simple as taking your fingers and popping those seeds out, and they're ready to go. You can either plant them or you can choose to roast them for making edible sunflowers. I will say all sunflower seeds are edible. It's a common question we get asked. You know, there's certain ornamental sunflowers. You can absolutely eat ornamental sunflower seeds, but you'll just note that the sunflower seed inside will be either smaller, or sometimes the shell will be a little less desirable. It won't crack as easily. So there are certain sunflowers that are just better for eating than others. And so if you're looking to eat sunflower seeds, those can be grown for that purpose. But as is, these are awesome. They're dry and they're ready to go for next year. So very, very easy one to save seeds from, but it's just these little tips to help you save more seeds and have more success when saving sunflower seeds. And as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to grow bigger. Take care. Bye. Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, consider clicking this one. You'll probably enjoy it just as much. I want to thank you for your viewership, because without it, this channel would not be as amazing as it is. Also, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. It's free, and we upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. We also have vegetable seeds, fertilizer, or tools. If you need any of those, consider visiting MIgardener.com. Links will be in the description box below. We've got you covered. And as always, we'll see you all in the garden. Take care.